Senator Obama, do not allow the power-hungry, power elite in this society to render you absent of your black family. You resign from your church. Now, part of the rationale I can understand, because if the hate groups in this community or in this society was making death threats against your former pastor, I can clearly understand he doesn't have Secret Service protection, and it would be easy for them to get to him. And it would be easy for them to do one of two things. Number one, hurt him just for the sake of hurting him. Number two, to hurt him to send a message to you. Okay? So if you are resigning from Trinity, or if you resigned because of those reasons, well, then I can understand that. But here's what I want to call to your attention. I want you to take a careful look at the attitude of this powerful media in this community and how they have dealt with you on your communications with Jesse Jackson. They want you ostracized from Reverend Jesse Jackson. Reverend Al Sharpton, the power elite in this society wants you ostracized from Reverend Sharpton. Reverend Wright, the power elite in this society wants you ostracized from Reverend Wright. And anybody else that reflect any serious attitudes about the historical behavior of white people in this country. Now, white people have dealt some very nasty blows on black people. And black people, especially those of us who are 60 plus, we clearly remember all of those derogatory and negative and harmful kinds of things that was done to us. Now, you wasn't there, and you don't have the same feeling about it, and certainly your attitude would not be as deeply rooted as ours. But now somehow you're going to have to allow us to have our own attitudes and feelings about what white America has been to black people in the past. And if you allow this power elite media to force you to ostracize yourself from all of us who have these serious feelings, even though we have forgiven people for the wrong that they did, for the killings and lynchings that they did, for the lack of economic growth and development. We've forgiven people for all of those things. But Senator Obama, we have not forgotten. We have not forgotten. And we are not going to let the world forget during the process of you running for President of the United States. So now, if you allow this white power elite in this nation to dictate to you that you've got to ostracize yourself from every one of us who speak about the negatives of this nation, well, then you're going to have a very serious road to hoe. Barack Obama in the White House, without recognizable representation and association with his black family, will amount to about the same thing as it does to have Condoleezza Rice as Secretary of State for the black people of this world. Now, is this all of white America? No, 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 no. The majority of white America is just as good and God-fearing as the people that I associate with every day. But the only thing about it, they are silent majority. Very few of them have the guts, gall, or audacity to speak out in favor of blacks when it's going to go against whites. Now, we're seeing a few people with the courage to do that now. I really do applaud that, because I believe that that is the method in which we will change this society. Only white people can correct white people. We can talk, we can beg, we can plead, we can demonstrate, and until whites step up to the plate to use their power, their influence, and their sense of comprehension to help to make things better, nothing ever changes. And we saw that in Selma. We saw that in Birmingham. A lot of blood had to be shed before Robert Kennedy and Johnson and others would get busy and send federal troops in. They sat on the sideline for a long, long time, hoping all of that protest would go away. But only after black people said, enough is enough, Fannie Lou Hamer style, did they see that the whole world was looking at America and watching national America do nothing about people being shot down, trampled with horses, misused and abused in the street of America. You gave up your church for whatever reason. You apologized for your pastor because of whatever reasons. And let's stop allowing this power-hungry media to play you with these insignificant situations. And please stick with the issues of the things that are affecting and killing and destroying and starving and denying Americans across the board. And if it takes cutting yourself away from your whole black family to get to be president, well then I don't believe it's worth you being president. But if you can stand up to white America and say, I have a white family and I have a black family, I love both of them equally, and I am not going to ostracize myself from either, well then I think your being the president of this United States will be something that all of us, black and white and red and brown and yellow, can be proud of.